What's happening, MJ traders and investors? It's Rod with Pow Group. Welcome back on The Pursuit of Wealth, your home for MJ stocks, crypto assets, news, and interviews. Also home to the best MJ community. Today is Thursday, December 14th. I hope you're well. And in this video, I'm going to do a short update on what has been happening with regards to Canopy Growth and Tilray. Seeing a lot of people in the comments reaching out to me directly or in the Pow Group private community. I would say at least half a dozen or a dozen people saying that they sold Canopy to buy Tilray. Let me know if you were one of those people and why you sold and why you bought Tilray. Very curious. Obviously, I hold both in my portfolio. Full disclosure, I'm a shareholder of Tilray. It's my biggest holding. I also own CGC. It's a little less than 10% of my overall MJ portfolio. If you haven't seen that, I did a video on my entire MJ portfolio with percentage breakdown. It's a little old, but I'll try to get a new one out at some point soon. But obviously, taking a look at the chart and the news that came out yesterday with the reverse split from CGC, I did a video on this. You can check that out. It was very evident in the price action that investors and traders were selling CGC, and a lot of that capital was likely rotating into a name like Tilray, right? Which Tilray is my favorite MJ stock. It's my biggest holding. So full disclosure, I'm never going to tell you to buy, sell, or hold anything though. This is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. You should never buy it or sell anything based on anything that I say or anything that I write. Before we get to it though, make sure to smash the like. It helps support me in the channel. It doesn't cost you anything. If you're new, you can subscribe, tick the bell, all that good stuff, and you'll be notified on any future videos or whenever I go live. So we'll talk about the rotation game that has been happening over the last couple of days, and we'll take a look at the price action for both over the last couple of days. I'm pretty sure after that, you will understand that a lot of that money has been going into Tilray. You can also give us a follow over on X, which is formerly Twitter. The handle for that is @GroupPow. Going to be using that as my platform of choice going forward, and also recently signed up for Rumble and Odyssey. Moomoo is the sponsor for today's video. If you're not familiar with Moomoo, they're a Silicon Valley based online broker. They provide comprehensive market data, research tools, etc. They offer free level 2 market data. They have some of the lowest trading fees I've seen per trade, about $1.99 on average. And I hear people saying all the time that they're still spending anywhere from $10 to $15 per trade. So with Moomoo, you can get as low as $1.99. And they have some incredible incentives going on at the moment. Right now, they have a cash sweep program with unprecedented 5.1% APY on your uninvested cash. And there's no minimum deposit or balance requirement. You can just begin with an amount that suits you. There's no cap on the interest you can earn through the program, and the interest accrues automatically. And there's no manual redemption necessary. And most importantly, your funds are safeguarded by FDIC, offering insurance coverage up to $1 million at partner banks. And that's not all. In addition to the 5.1% APY, new users can receive up to 15 free stocks by opening an account and depositing funds. So we'll give you a couple of examples. If you deposit $100, that earns 5 free stocks. Deposit $1,000, you can get a total of 15 free stocks. Or if you transfer your eligible assets to Moomoo, you can receive a cash reward of up to $400. So I'll leave links for this in the description and in the comment section below. Just before we jump into the charts, I did want to bring up an article here from BNN Bloomberg that was from today. And the article was, beer and wine are coming to Ontario corner stores by 2026, the premier announces. So this is something that has been in Quebec. If you're in Quebec, let me know as well. But I think it's got to be, like 10 years or more that Quebec has had beer and wine in like convenience stores and corner stores. So, and here in Alberta, it's kind of funny because there's literally like liquor stores are corner stores. There's probably more liquor stores than there are convenience stores here in Alberta, and especially in Edmonton. But it's kind of funny. It's you might as well, like, why not just let it be in corner stores? Because like I said, there's probably more liquor stores here, and it's privatized here as well, so there's so many of them. Like I said, there's probably more liquor stores than there are convenience stores. But this is obviously going to be huge news for names like Tilray, right? We know they're big into craft beer. And then I think, like beer in general has been kind of going down. And then obviously people are choosing MJ as a healthier alternative, especially from, a recreational standpoint and whatnot. But then it also has, helps with sleep, helps with anxiety, PTSD, epilepsy, all these other ailments and things like that as well, like health benefits, medicinal benefits. But from a recreational standpoint, a lot of people are choosing MJ over alcohol. But one thing that I think is smart of Tilray is the fact that they're focusing on craft beer, because there's two things I love in this world, and it's MJ and craft beer. So pretty much my two favorite things in the world, and in terms of packaged and consumer goods. But it just goes to show that Tilray is very, very smart, and I like the fact that they're diversified. They're not, dependent on U.S. legalization and reform. But these are also brands like the Sweetwater Brewing Co., right? The 420 Pale Ale, right? That's something that they can easily infuse with with MJ once federally permissible in the US, right? And then even across the globe eventually. But I think this is smart. This is going to be great for producers like and names like Tilray. And then eventually this could pave the way for more reform and more acceptance of MJ products being either in liquor stores or in grocery stores or convenience stores and corner stores as well. So this is a step in the right direction. I mean, how long has it been since the end of alcohol prohibition? And we're just starting to get beer and wine in corner stores in Ontario now, right? So this doesn't happen overnight. This is a long drawn out process. Could be multiple years, could be another 3 to 5 years before we see any kind of MJ development and products in convenience stores as well. But Irwin Simon, CEO of Tilray, has been very hopeful that he thinks that this is where we're heading. And I would agree, but like I said, don't hold your breath because it's likely going to be a long time coming. But we'll jump into the Tilray chart. So Tilray, if we take a look at the low of the dump to the high of this bounce, over the last couple of days, Tilray is up almost 21%. And then if we go over to CGC over the last couple of days from the just not even from the high of the bounce there at 83 cents. Well, we'll just for context, from that high there at 83 cents back on Monday to the low here of Wednesday, yesterday, we were down almost 40%, just under 40%. Basically, we'll call it 40%. And then just in the last 2 days, in that same period, we're down about 17%. So when people were telling me, and we could still see an EMA 12 and 26 bear cross on CGC as well, but I mentioned yesterday that more than likely going to be a daily inside bar on CGC today. Could even be another one into tomorrow, but that just shows that we're tightening up and it's a tightening range, pretty choppy action. But again, could still see an EMA 12 and 26 bear cross. But I don't think this was the end of the world. The reverse split news, I think a lot of people kind of blew it out of proportion. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below, but I think it was needed. I think this is just a way for market makers to flush retail out one more time before we confirm monthly uptrends potentially across the sector. I just did a video on IIPR. It's in a monthly uptrend. Cura, AYR, all in monthly uptrends. So the more names confirm monthly uptrends, weekly EMA 12 and 26 bull crosses and golden crosses, the more confident we are that the bull market is on and that this multi-year bear market is over. And we could expect tons of upside. And like I said, I think we could get some update with regards to rescheduling Q1, Q2 of 2024. I've been saying that for many, many months now. But like I said, very evident that we're seeing that rotation go from CGC into Tilray. And a name like ACB, right, over the last couple of days is only up a little over 11%. And then if we take a look at like Cron over the last couple of days, up about 10%. So we're starting to see, bids and buying coming back into Tilray stock. But like I said, Tilray just in the last couple of days up almost 21%. So it's very clear to me that a lot of people were selling CGC to buy Tilray, and I don't think that's a bad move. But if you were selling because of the reverse split news, I would question the logic behind that, because we knew that the shareholders approved the 1 for 15 reverse split, and they only did a 1 for 10, and pretty much every other major producer did it, I think, except for like Tilray. But it is what it is, and I don't think it was the end of the world. I think this is I think stock splits, whether it be a reverse split or regular stock split, I think they're mostly meant to just screw with retail and to manipulate the markets. A regular stock split, when Amazon's trading at like $1,000 or $2,000, they can split it by 10 and then make it 100, and everybody's like, oh, I can buy Amazon again. And they usually do those stock splits when the stocks are super expensive, and then they use retail as exit liquidity. People buy the top and then they get wrecked, right? And then same thing with a reverse split. It's just a way for market makers and institutions and these companies to maintain their listing requirements, right? So it's just another way to manipulate the market on the way down, just like regular stock splits are a way to manipulate it on the way up, right? So I think there's nothing really to worry about. I think CGC, they have their EU GMP certification, cultivation facility certification now in Kincardine, so they're going to be exporting, and they're going to be a big player in the European market as well. Look at Germany coming online potentially early 2024. So I think everything is good here. They sold their stake in BioSteel as well, which was contributing to a majority of their losses, quarter over quarter and whatnot. But I think that they're doing a great job right sizing. And like I said, this is we knew that it was going to happen more than likely. I was surprised that it happened this soon. I thought they would have tried to get an extension of 180 days like other names did, and then maybe do the reverse split if they couldn't get it above $1 organically. And there were so many catalysts looming as well. I just found it very odd. But like I said, I think it was more of a market maker, a way for them to crash the price, buy again on the cheap, and then once again just screw over retail, right? Retail always loses. And like I said, I don't think there's any question on whether or not people were selling CGC to buy Tilray. I think that's very evident in the charts. A lot of names only up 10% off of their lows over the last couple of days. The average are up around 10%, and then Tilray up over 20% in the last couple of days alone. So like I said, I think a lot of people were doing that. But things are starting to heat up right now on the Tilray chart. We just saw a weekly MACD bull cross. The stochastic is bullish, and we're back above the 10-week moving average. And keep in mind, Tilray ran first before the HHS announcement. It saw a ton of upside. Actually, if we just go back here to the weekly time frame, right off the low there at 150, we went up 126%, and HHS announcement came at the end of August, so like right around here after we had already gone up 100%. So almost as if insiders and people knew. And then after that, after the HHS recommendation, so it was right here, after that, CGC went up another 225% after that, right? So usually, Tilray, the big name, the large cap will run first, and then the names like CGC and ACB, they start to run after, but they see the most percentage gains because they were beaten down the most, right? So now that we're seeing CGC consolidate and everything really starting to kind of gain some momentum again, I think it's going to be Tilray's turn here very, very soon. And we're close to starting the weekly. Actually, we did start the weekly bounce this week, breaking the high of last week. The monthly bounce is underway, and it's all about this monthly uptrend here, right? With the low, high, higher low, starting the monthly bounce, need to break 340, and we're in a monthly uptrend. We also need EMA 12 and 26 bull crosses, which we got. We're almost seeing another one here. And then we had the golden cross on the daily time frame as well. So this is looking really, really good. If we can get over those daily moving averages in the 50 weekly there at 232, we've got some runway to 334, and then 761 is the 200 weekly. And again, a lot of their names are starting to get back up to their monthly EMA 26 resistance. And then if we take a look at CURLF rather. So this is OTC Cureleaf. You can see here it got above its 100 weekly, getting close to its 200 weekly. And then if Tilray were to do something similar, that'd put us up around $3.50 to $7, right? So Cura just got above its 100 weekly and was heading to its 200. So if CGC just pokes above the 100 weekly, that'd put us around 371. Tilray, not CGC. But if we go to the monthly time frame, again, Cureleaf, if we go to the OTC, because they just uplisted to the NASDAQ today, to the TSX, and we want to see it on the OTC, so CURLF. So you can see here it got above its monthly EMA 26. So if Tilray does something similar, that would put us up around $6. So like I said, I think Tilray's time to shine is coming, and I don't think this means CGC's down and out because some people were selling CGC to buy Tilray. But again, let me know in the comments below if you were one of those people who sold CGC to buy Tilray. Personally, I didn't sell any CGC. I'm actually contemplating buying more. Maybe we see monthly consolidation and a slight dip, maybe to around 45 cents or something like that. I'll probably be a buyer around those levels, 45 to 40 cents. And like I said, it's less than 10% of my portfolio, but I don't think there's anything to worry about here. I think CGC is going to be a long-term player. I think they're going to stand the test of time. And obviously, I'm a lot more bullish on Tilray, and it's my number one position. I forget how many percentage of my portfolio. It's like 30% or something like that, whereas CGC is not even 10%, right? I think Tilray might even be 40%. I'll have to check my portfolio, and things have changed right since my last video as well. When I did that video on my entire MJ portfolio breakdown with percentages, I've been adding a lot more. I added GTI. I think I added some more Sundial as well since then. SNDL. I actually added SNDL with Moo app. I bought it pre-market today in extended hours trading, so I'm in for a swing trade there. At only $1.99 per trade is crazy. Currency exchange as well. That's awesome because it allows you can exchange Canadian to US dollars anytime. There's most RBC, when I use my bank, I can only do it during market hours. So it's cool that you can do it after hours. And I exchanged like $250 worth of Canadian into $183 or something like that US, and it was only like just under $3 for the fee. So for the currency exchange rate. So very, very cheap and only $1.99. Really liking the Moo platform so far. But again, that was the sponsor for today's video. You can check out the links in the description and in the comment section. But like I said, things are heating up into the new year. Keep in mind that we still have tax loss selling into the end of the year here, but I think in Q1, Q2, we're going to get some form of update with regards to rescheduling. I think it's going to be positive. And like I said, all about monthly uptrends now on Tilray, and it's starting the monthly bounce, and then CGC close to losing the low of last month. So definitely weaker now. Tilray definitely standing out as the stronger of the two. And then you can even just do TLRY divided by CGC on the monthly time frame, and you can see here we're starting the bounce there as well, right? So much stronger, and that's something that you can see as well. The EMA 12 and 26 bull cross still potentially coming, close near the high of the day there on TLRY over divided by CGC, and then like I said, over the last few days up 64% on this chart. So it's clear that people are rotating funds from CGC into TLRY. Again, let me know in the comments below if you're one of those people. Let me know your reasoning for selling, and why did you sell CGC? How much did you sell? Did you just sell 50%, 100%, 75%? And then your reasoning for buying Tilray. Always love hearing from you. Going to end it there, though. It's Rod with Pow Group. Thanks again for joining us on the Pursuit of Wealth, and we'll see you again on the next video.